Doctor, keto or vegan, which is better? Hi, I'm Dr. Chan. Today I'm going to share with you 3 things that I would always tell my patients whenever they ask me this question. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Dr. Chan. I'm a medical doctor from Singapore. Many people call me the Habits Doctor because of my passion and work in helping people unlock the power of lifestyle and eating habits for health. Keto or vegan? That is the question. That is a question I get asked often. In my medical practice, which is almost entirely focused on coaching and training patients to make the critical lifestyle and eating habits changes necessary to better control and combat lifestyle and diet-related chronic conditions such as diabetes, high cholesterol, hypertension, and cardiovascular disease, I find myself often getting asked by my patient about the pros and cons of the ketogenic diet, or more popularly known as the keto diet or the vegan diet. So I decided to make this video to share with you 3 things that I would say to you if you should ask me, Doctor, keto or vegan, which is better? Before I go further, let me first state very clearly that the definition of keto and vegan are not mutually exclusive. And in fact, a person can practice a vegan keto diet, which means being both vegan and keto at the same time. Also, from my experience, most people are not 100% clear about what practicing a ketogenic diet actually means. Most of the time, people think that practicing a keto diet simply means cutting down on carbohydrates, when it is more than that. Many people think that a vegan diet is just about avoiding animal products in one's diet, when veganism is more than that. It is more than just avoiding eating animal products. But for the purpose of this video, to keep it short, I would not be going into details or define what the ketogenic diet or being vegan fully entail, because that is not the purpose of this video. You can take them as you currently understand them to be, and I shall only be tackling the question as phrased when people ask me. So here it is, 3 things that I would say to you if you were to ask me, Doctor, keto versus vegan, which is healthier, or which is better for weight loss, or which is better for diabetes, or any other variations of this keto versus vegan debate, this keto versus vegan question. Number 1, first thing I would say to you would be that it is not important. It is not important for you to determine which diet, keto or vegan, is better. What is more important for you is to decide how to make your own diet better, instead of being overloaded, distracted, and even confused by all the different information and debates that you are probably bombarded with in the media about the pros and cons of all the different special diets that people are championing. I would encourage you to simply focus on identifying, changing, and improving specific aspects of your diet to change and improve for health. For example, if you know there is still a need to or room to improve in terms of cutting down on your sugar intake, then focus on doing that and do that well. And do it not because cutting down sugar intake is a key tenet of practicing a keto diet, but simply because there is absolutely no question that it has a great impact on your health in the long run. Or if you know that you are not eating enough vegetables, then focus on doing that, because getting plant stronger, that is, having a good variety of vegetables regularly, is clearly good for your health, regardless of whether you are doing keto, vegan, low fat, high fat, or whatever other special diets. So the first thing I would say to you is, it is not important whether keto or vegan is better. Instead, focus all your energy on making your own diet better. Number 2, the second thing I would say to you if you ask me, keto or vegan, which is better, is that it is not helpful. It is not helpful to frame your search for answers on how to eat for better health as a debate. Whether it is keto versus vegan, or high fat low carb versus high carb low fat, or whatever special diet versus whatever other special diet, it is not helpful because framing it as a debate would often lead to what we call confirmation bias and blind spot. For example, if you love eating meat and cannot imagine a life without eating meat, then you might look out for information or studies highlighting possible health challenges that comes with a vegan diet. Likewise, if you love animals and are of the view that killing animals for food is cruel, then you might look out more for information highlighting the health problems that are associated with eating animal products. Don't get me wrong, I'm not here to judge or promote any kind of special diets or dietary practices. All I am saying is that framing our search for answers on how to eat for better health in the form of debate like this keto versus vegan question is not helpful. When my patients ask me, "Doctor, in this debate of keto versus vegan, which side are you on?" my answer to them would be neither. I would tell them that as a doctor, my responsibility is to be fully on the side of my patients, one patient at a time. That regardless of whether they choose to be vegans or choose to practice a ketogenic diet, my responsibility to them is to help them identify specific aspects of the diets that needed improving, and then doing my best to educate, support, and coach them to successfully make the necessary changes to the aspects of the diets that they are willing and able to make that would help them better control their blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol, weight, or prevent and combat whatever other lifestyle and dietary habits related health issues or challenges that they may be facing. I consciously make sure that I do not get distracted, become biased, or develop blind spots because of my own personal values, my own dietary preferences or practices. Therefore, instead of engaging in debates about which special diet is better, which I personally find unhelpful, I prefer to focus on discovering new information, developing new methods, new programs to help my patients, coaches, and students to learn and develop specific eating habits where the weights of scientific evidence are clear that they are good for health, regardless of whether they align with or not with any of the latest diet dogmas. Number 3, the third thing that I would say to you if you ask me, "Doctor, keto or vegan, which is better?" is that it is not enough. It is not enough to look at how certain special diets impact our weight, our blood sugar, or blood cholesterol, or other health metrics when practiced or studied over a limited period of weeks or months. Instead, we must look at all the available evidence of how certain dietary practices or eating habits would impact the whole of our health over the time frame of the whole of our lifetime. Let me give you some examples to illustrate what I mean. A friend shares with you that he or she had lost some weight from practicing a specific diet for X number of weeks or months. Should that be enough to help you make your decision to try the same diet too because you needed to lose some weight yourself? Or you come across a medical study that showed that practicing a specific diet for X number of weeks would help to lower blood sugar. Should that be enough for you to make the decision to start adopting the same diet even if you are diabetic? My answer is no. It should not be enough. We must recognize that health must be more than just about losing weight, even if you're overweight. That combating diabetes successfully involves more than just achieving good blood sugar control. I recently made a video on this, on why combating diabetes must be more than just having good blood sugar control. If you're interested, you can click the link above or in the description below. If your goal is about achieving the best possible health outcomes through your dietary choices, then you must look at lowering your overall risk of all dietary habits related chronic conditions over the time frame of your entire lifetime. It is not enough to just look at how certain special diets, when practiced for a limited duration in terms of weeks or months, can help you achieve better numbers in certain health metrics such as weight, blood sugar, or others. So this is my answer if you should ask me, "Doctor, keto or vegan, which is better?" I would tell you that it is not important, not helpful, and not enough to just compare or debate whether the keto diet or the vegan diet is better, or for that matter, which other special diets are good or bad. The only diet that should matter to you for your health is your own diet. Focus on reviewing your diet holistically and critically. And if you have access to, preferably with the help of your doctor and other medical professionals who are privy to the information about your current state of health, your existing medical conditions, your past and family medical history, and from that, your risk profile with regards to your future risk of lifestyle and dietary habits related chronic diseases, then identify specific aspects of your diet, your eating habits that you are willing to attempt to start tweaking, changing, and improving to achieve the best possible outcome for the whole of your health over the whole of your lifetime. Don't get distracted, confused, or paralyzed by the many public debates on all the different diets in the media, the diet wars on social media. Focus on your own battle. You must first win your own war against chronic diseases, especially in terms of preventing, controlling, and combating diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol, cardiovascular disease, and other lifestyle and dietary habits related chronic conditions before you think about becoming a champion or advocate of any diets that you believe in or are passionate about. You can do it. Just take the first step, one habit at a time. I hope you have found this video useful. I am Dr. Chan, and thank you for watching. Let's unlock the power of habits, one video, one habit, one dose at a time. Take care and have a blessed day.